There's Gina Carano coming off a scintillating second-round knockout of Caitlin Young back on May 31st. She will likely take on one of these women down the road. Submission specialist Shayna Baszler has won 4 in a row. Shayna took up the sport in a friend's garage, and tonight finds herself emerging from the shadows and stepping into the spotlight in our opening fight. She faces Cris Cyborg, the wife of former Pride veteran Evangelista Cyborg Santos. And like her husband, Cris is a product of the famed Shooter Box Academy in Brazil. Cyborg has a well-earned reputation of physically dominating her opponents. She is a Muay Thai master.
Anybody that's like old school metal fans knows that the guitar, it's a battle axe.
This sport runs in my family. In fact, I even met my husband training at the Shooter Box Academy in Brazil.
What makes Cris Cyborg so tough is her aggression. I think that sets her apart from the female fighter mold.
Shayna has an A-level submission game. She's never backed down from a challenge, and that's what makes her so tough.
I can pull a submission out of my butt, out of nowhere. I'm bringing that "what the heck just happened" element.
I'm fighting for Shooter Box and Brazil, and tonight will show that I'm one of the top female fighters in the world.
I've already fought the best in the world. The thing she's not going to do is break my will like she has her other opponents. If I defeat Cyborg, it will be in spectacular fashion.
Our tale of the tape. Baszler, Cyborg, sponsored by Warner Brothers. Star Wars, The Clone Wars, in theaters on August 15. Shayna Baszler, 27 years old, 5'7", weighed in at 139 pounds. She has a 67-inch reach. She is masterful at Muay Thai, but her strength rather, is in Jiu-Jitsu. As for Cyborg, 23 years old, the taller fighter by an inch, weighed in at an even 140, a 2-inch reach advantage, Muay Thai. She's also a purple belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Now, the rules of combat.
Rules of Combat are sponsored by Burger King. And all the fights tonight on CBS are contested under the unified rules of mixed martial arts. 3 judges score each fight based on effective striking, grappling, aggression, and cage control. Scoring is done on a 10-point must system. The winner of each round gets 10 points, the loser 9 or less. No knees, kicks, or downward elbows to the head of a grounded opponent. The referee or doctor can stop the fight.
Now let's go inside the cage where Jimmy Lennon Jr. is standing by with the official introduction.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Stockton Arena here in Stockton, California, as we have a big night of mixed martial arts coming your way, brought to you by Elite XC and CBS. It's Saturday Night Fights. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, we present a women's bantamweight special attraction. It is scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds. Introducing to you first on my left, she is fighting out of the blue corner. Standing at 5 feet 8 inches, she weighed in at 140 pounds. Raised in the disciplines of Muay Thai and Jiu-Jitsu, she is undefeated in her young campaign with a record of 4 wins and no losses. Tonight, making her anticipated U.S. debut, please welcome the Brazilian live wire known as the toughest woman south of the equator, introducing the undefeated Cris Cyborg. And her opponent across the cage on my right, fighting out of the red corner, standing at 5 feet 7 inches. She weighed in at a ready 139 pounds. Also trained in Muay Thai and Jiu-Jitsu, her record stands at 11 wins and 4 losses, with all 11 wins coming by way of submission. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the well-versed submission wizard known as the Queen of Spades, introducing Shayna Baszler. And our referee in charge of the bout now to give instructions, Steve Mazzagatti.
All right, ladies. All right, ladies, we will have a clean, fair fight. You need to obey my commands, protect yourself at all times. Now hook them up.
Gus Johnson, Mauro Ranallo, Frank Shamrock, Karen Bryant, cage side, Stockton, California. Frank, as this 140-pound fight begins between Baszler and Cyborg, styles make fight. We have a great Muay Thai lady and a great wrestler in the cage.
Okay. All right, we're ready. Now bring it on. Come on.
Two things I like about this fight. It's technique versus athleticism and power. It's also striking versus grappling.
Cyborg in the clinch and it goes to the ground. This is where Baszler.
Let's not forget that Cyborg also a purple belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu under Cristiano Marcelo at Shooter Box. But yes, this should be Baszler's domain.
Baszler going for the knee.
Knee bar attempt right here. Now it's a dangerous position to be under a girl so strong as Cristiano. It's almost a risk, but she's got a toe hold right here. Shayna's working a toe hold, knee bar combination.
Oh, she's in trouble if she can hold on.
Baszler works under the tutelage of catch wrestling specialist Josh Barnett.
And the only problem with going for a hold like that early in the match is you know that Cyborg is still really strong. And when a strong girl's on top of you, she's going to take your power out of you and you're going to get damaged. Shayna's putting a lot of energy into this hold. It may be energy spent in a bad area.
Cyborg has TKO'd her last 3 opponents in the first round.
And when I talk about catch wrestling, I'm talking about old school submission wrestling made famous by the likes of Karl Gotch in Japan. But Cyborg now has top position on Baszler.
Baszler comes in with an 11-4 record, all her wins via submission. But right now, Cyborg unfazed by Baszler's submission attempts.
And here's what's hard about submissions. Every time you go for a submission, you're moving your whole body to attack a joint, and that takes energy. So failed submission attempts take a lot of energy. If Shayna uses up her energy, she's going to be in trouble here.
Baszler's not an orthodox submission fighter, though, you guys. She likes to take chances. She wants to bust out some unorthodox submission moves like the STF, the step over toe hold face lock. But Cyborg so far is proving to be a big battle on the hands for Shayna Baszler.
Baszler on her back now. She takes down Cyborg.
Got a bit of a leg trip there, and she's following it up. She's got that leg up. She needs to start ripping it, but instead she sat into a leg lock position. This figure 4 will let her come up behind her. She can get Cyborg's side or back.
Baszler showcasing all kinds of tenacity, though. She's like the proverbial dog on that bone. She does not want to give up Cyborg's leg.
She doesn't. Look at how far that leg is bent up there.
Round number 1 scheduled for 3-minute rounds. 140-pound women in the cage. Now Cyborg.
And for the ladies in Elite XC, it's more like a sprint than a marathon, Frank. And to be honest with you, I wish the ladies would fight 3 5-minute rounds. I think they want to fight 3 5-minute rounds.
I think so too. They're the same athletes as men. They're incredible fighters, and if anything, they have more intensity when they get in there and bang it out.
A frenetic pace to round 1.
Closing moments.
Back of the head.
Round number 1, Cyborg Baszler. We'll be back to Stockton right after this.
Tell her to watch the back of the head. That's the last warning, okay?
Welcome back to Stockton. Cris Cyborg facing Shayna Baszler. They went to the mat at 11 seconds of the first round and stayed there for the rest of round 1. Baszler, the submission specialist, but Cyborg more aggressive in that first round.
Now bring it on, come on.
Now Baszler comes out with the body kick. Now Cyborg falling. Gets up quickly in the clinch now. There's the knee.
Utilizing that shooter box Muay Thai style made famous by the likes of Vanderlei Silva and the Hua brothers.
Good Muay Thai and head control here. Shayna's really driving hard for this takedown. But Cyborg's got her. She's got such a good base.
Oh, Baszler's tired. Baszler is tired. You're absolutely right, Frank. She used a lot of energy in that first round.
Way too many submission holds. Now, I made the same mistake in my first fight. I went for way too many holds and got tired. John Lober got up and punched my head like a punching bag.
Well, we'll see who's in shape right now. Cyborg, so strong.
And there's such a fine line between being entertaining and being smart, isn't there, Frank?
Yes, there is. And you've got to walk that line really close because you can't lose in a big show like this.
Now Cyborg putting her punches together. Baszler unable to hold on. There's a knee. Baszler backing up.
Cyborg is a Muay Thai machine for real. She hasn't fought an MMA fight in almost 2 years, but has been busy competing in Muay Thai tournaments and grappling tournaments in Brazil.
And Shayna is gassed. Her mouth is open. She's throwing really soft, lazy, loose kicks.
Cyborg taking her time, using her jab now, close the distance, great right hand, doubles up the right hand, triples up the right hand, she pours it on now. And Baszler goes down.
Hey!
This is not over. It is not over.
Hey!
Cyborg doesn't understand. And Baszler's getting an opportunity to rest.
She's taking advantage of the opportunity.
Cyborg does not understand that this fight
has
not ended.
It's
You want to fight? Fight!
That was a lucky position there for Shayna to be in.
But
She's
Baszler
just about done.
in all sorts of trouble. Cyborg punches in bunches.
And I think the clinch and knee right here is how this fight ends. As long as Cyborg can keep it on the feet.
The ladies always manage to steal the show, and this is just the beginning of CBS Saturday Night Fights.
Only in MMA.
Wow, what a sequence that was.
And
There she
Cyborg
is.
walks away and
Walks her
sets it
up.
up.
Keep your mouthpiece in, Shayna.
Get up.
Fight!
And what a psychological burden it is to get up after a beating like that and still have to exchange punches with a strong puncher like Cyborg.
Cyborg closes.
Man, can Baszler take a shot?
Great.
How many more are going to be healthy?
Fight back, Shayna! Fight back!
Baszler now takes a leg kick.
20
She's
seconds.
closing her eyes and just throwing punches. Ooh,
That
whoa, what a
hurt her.
snap.
That one hurt her.
Right hand. And Baszler goes down. That's it.
Cyborg comes to North America with plenty of hype. And MMA fans, you can believe that hype. She remains unbeaten. Gus at 5-0, recording her 4th victory via knockout. Boy, is she electrifying or what?
She is electric, and she wants the limelight and the celebrity status that Gina Carano holds, and she wants to beat her for that.
And you know that Gina Carano watching with vested interest at cage side. What kind of a battle could we see there, Gus? 2 of the better female strikers in the world. Wouldn't it be nice to see Carano and Cyborg get it on?
Gina Carano scheduled to fight on October 4th in Miami. She seems like she is impressed. And that's the look of a warrior impressed with the work of another warrior, Cris Cyborg. Very impressive. Baszler battered, bruised, bloody.
So getting her down, Cyborg used punches here, and it was a straight right on the chin that really stoned her. And Shayna actually just kind of dropped. That one hurt her. She just gave up position there. And she thought, Cyborg thought it was over, man. She's ready to party. Look at her. What a celebration. She's up on the
Can you imagine if she would have fallen off and hurt herself or something? I mean, ow.
What an amazing moment that she took right there. Here's the real end of the fight. And Cyborg came right back. She said, I'm not having any of that. I'm coming with power, that jab, that right hand. That was right on the button. Shayna just could not stand up to that.
That's what you call dynamite in the distaff division.
Cris Cyborg. A terrific win. Let's go inside the cage and Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have the time of 2 minutes 48 seconds in round number 2. Our referee in charge, Steve Mazzagatti, stops the contest due to strikes. She is the winner by way of technical knockout. She is still undefeated, Cris Cyborg.
I think the stat says it all. According to CompuStrikes, Baszler lands 1 of 10 punches. Cyborg 48 of 72. Case closed.
Now let's go over to Karen Bryant, who's standing by with someone who was very interested in the outcome of this fight.
That's right, Gus. Gina, that was pretty hot. What'd you think of what you just saw?
I'm so pumped right now. I think I got more nervous for this fight than I get for my own. That was amazing.
Right? Were you impressed with anything you saw?
Oh my gosh, Cyborg. Let's do this. Let's do this. That was awesome. And Baszler, so much respect. She's amazing. So, you know, Baszler, she could have had that. She could have had that. But Cyborg's the truth, man.
All right, well, you say let's do this because here's the thing. As the face of female MMA, you're the best known fighter, which means you've got a big target on your back. All the ladies are gunning for you. How do you feel about being in that position?
You know, I don't mind. I don't mind. I've been a target pretty much all my life, so I'm down with it. I'm okay, guys. I'm okay.
Which is cool. All right, well, listen, on October 4th, you're going to be back on CBS Saturday Night Fights fighting out of the Bank Atlantic Center in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. The last time we saw you, May 31st, you were taking Caitlin Young apart. You had big, heavy right hands, and that was coming off a short camp.
Yeah.
So if you were able to finish her off like that, what can we expect for you October 4th, knowing that you've got time to train, baby?
Oh, man, that just inspired me. That just kicked my training into gear, that fight right there. So I'm jumping in the gym. Let's do this. I'm so excited. And you know what? Welcome to female MMA because that was an awesome fight.
That's right. Well, it's fun having you here. It's fun coming when you're not working, right?
Yeah, I'm enjoying myself, but all I can think about is fighting right now.
I know. All right. Well, maybe we can squeeze you in. But all right. Well, thanks for joining us. It's always great to see you once again. October 4th, she'll be fighting